Hello, everybody. Welcome tonight, the first night of the new season of Madden 12. Welcome, everybody, to the league. I am your host, Bam McGrath from TF Forums, and also the owner of the Miami Dolphins. Uh, Pleasure to bring you the show here tonight. You never know what to expect with me. It'll either be a video cast or a podcast. Either way, it works either way. But I think we're all going to have a good year. The anticipation for this league and the season just to get it going has just been absolutely unreal. And yes, the season is finally here. Uh, and also, we did have some changes also in the league, which was very interesting, which I will get into later. But other than that, it's going to be a hell of a year for everybody this year. It's going to be fun. Uh, it's going to be interesting. We got a lot of great users in this league this year. We have some former and probably still in the OMFL. I am one of them. I am a former OMFLer, and then this league also uh, being commissioned by Mr. OMFL himself. Big D, who also does our shows, half loaded for TF. So, Big D, if you're watching, more props to you, my friend. You're doing a great job with that show right now. Can't ask for anything better. Of course, you guys are blowing up my computer right now as I'm doing this show, which is absolutely hilarious. But hell, I'll take it either way. So we get things rolling here tonight. It's going to be an interesting year for everybody as we get things kind of going on the hit side as we uh, really did some things that we needed to do, and just to kind of let everybody know of the who is what and where and all that type of thing. And then of course this league was formed by Big D himself as he decided to bring a new league into this into tradition forms as we lost the OMFLs. They decided to branch out on their own. Congratulations to them. But great job by Big D by getting all this together and all that type thing. Fabulous job by him as he's done the job there. Uh, like I said, we have some great guys in this league already, and we're just absolutely excited to get this season going. Um, just to kind of let everybody know, uh, who as we're going to go, I'm going to run through the board members of who's all where and everything. Big D, man who started all this, is our commissioner. Um, he's the man who started all this and who has the biggest responsibility to make sure this league runs well. And then, of course, myself as the AFC president, as we will be, as I'll be trying to rep the AFC well as in my position. Then I have Knight Knowles as my vice president, as I'm sure that we will do a fabulous job coming into this first season, exciting season all around as we get this thing rolling. We have Big Smooth as our NFC president, and then just hired as our NFC vice president, Big Cougs, a good friend to Big D, going back to their days of the Washington State Cougars, as when they went to school there. So, congratulations, Big Coug, as you are the VP of the NFC, as yourself and Smooth will be running that side of the spectrum there. And I think, overall, we're looking for a good year from everybody. I think it's going to be a fabulous year for everybody. A lot of learning still left to do with this game. And I'll tell you, I'm impressed with the game. I like it a lot. So it's been real fun getting everything together. And then now to kind of go over who is what, where, when, all that type of thing. Uh, as we get through the owners list, who is what team, and all that type of thing. Currently, right now, we're going to start off in the AFC. In the East, right now, currently, the Buffalo Bills, they're still an open team. We're still hoping to fill in that position. So right now, the Bills are league owned, as we are hoping to get this thing through. Next up is the Miami Dolphins. That is my team. I'm taking ownership of that club there, as I hope to turn the Dolphins around into winners and hopefully make the playoffs. Then you have a new guy, Pro, as he decided to take the reins of Mark Sanchez and the New York Jets. And so it'll be interesting how Pro does with the Jets, um, with the Jets team there. I think he'll do well with them. And then, of course, former, probably still veteran of the OMFL, Coach Gaddy, going with his team, the team he's always been in the OMFL, the New England Patriots, and Tom Brady and company, as he's looking to dominate the AFC as he did in the OMFL. Interesting point, though, is in the OMFL, he had the best seasons as head coach. And then for some reason, when the playoffs started, they kind of just fell apart for him. So he's hoping to make the Super Bowl with New England this year. Of course, he has a tough matchup in Week 1. He plays me. So it should be a good one there. Two former OMFLers battling each other. It'll be fun. Now, if only I can get in communication with him, that would be even greater. So, Coach Gaddy, if you're out there, hey, dude, let me know when you can play. Just to let you know, I will be out of town this weekend because I am a Division II referee. I will be on the road calling games, especially on Saturdays. So, and then making my return home on Sundays. So, there's a small window for Friday. That would be after I'm done with my high school game, and then there's the window of Sunday night when I return that we could possibly go. Right now, so far, Coach Gaddy's been AWOL, no communication with him. But I'm hoping to get in contact with him, get our game going. And then starting on the AFC South, the Indianapolis Colts. Currently, they are league owned. Right now, they are open. We're hoping to fill in that slot very soon. Then we have the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are owned by Hal 9100, as he hopes to take the Jags to a good year. He's got a great running back. The only question will be at quarterback. How will the young rookie handle responsibilities as quarterback of the Jaguars? So I think most of the game plan is going to be handed off to their star running back and let him chew up the yards. So we'll see what goes from there. Then we have the Texans. They are owned by Jeff Rourke, as he'll be taking over Houston's team, as he hopes to ride that great bunch of talent there as the Texans, as he hopes to get the season off going also. Then comes the Tennessee Titans, and currently right now they are also open. Nobody has claimed them yet, as we're hoping to get that job, as we're hoping to get that filled pretty soon. AFC North, you have the Cincinnati Bengals. They are also league owned. Nobody owns them right now, so we're hoping to fill in that spot right now. Then you have the Cleveland Browns. Goose has taken over ownership of that team. Many people know Goose, as he has been all over the forums in different leagues, as he is known as a worthy player. So we'll see how it goes this year, battling him. Then you have the Steelers and my VP, Knight Knowles. So we'll see how Knight does with Steelers, a team that has great talent. The only problem is on the defensive side, that defense is aging. So Knowles is going to have to really look at the draft this coming season, and also really keep an eye on the retirements of who possibly could be retiring at the end of the year and everything, because Steelers are aging group right now, but I think they have in them to make another great run towards the Super Bowl. Then the Baltimore Ravens, you have Cali Rage taking over the Ravens as another newbie to us, as he hopes to do well with Baltimore. They have a tremendous amount of talent with that group too. Then you have the Broncos, who at one point were owned by a user, but he uh, decided to step down as he had other commitments in his life. So best of luck to you, Broncos, as he turned down the Broncos, and so right now they are league owned, as we hope to find somebody to fill in that spot real soon. San Diego Chargers, one of the more exciting offenses of the AFC West. Steamboat Reb takes over that club as he hopes to get that team going fairly soon. He's got a great amount of talent there. They did take some losses in the off season, but I think they have enough to make a good run. Then you have Casey Killa takes it over the Kansas City Chiefs, as he hopes to lead the Chiefs back to the playoffs that the Chiefs made last year, and he hopes to continue that trend this year. He's got a tremendous amount of young talent with that group, which is good because that's less guys you have to worry about retiring in the off season. So we'll see we're there. Then you have the Raiders, the lovable LA Raiders, who are slash Oakland right now, who are controlled by Mike Dredd. Dredd's one of my boys in Gridiron Gladiators, and glad he's in here with us. Worthy player, plays his games, does his summaries. Couldn't have found anybody better than this man, as we get things rolling here. Now we move on to the NFC and those teams there, as we have the Dallas Cowboys, controlled by CP0990, and he is hoping to get things rolling with the Cowboys fairly soon, as he is very excited for the team going right now. Then you have another OMFLer in this league with us. His name is Visual. Now, the one history I know about Visual is that him and Big D had some classic games in the OMFL, especially in the Super Bowls. So it'll be interesting, as Visual basically controlled the Eagles, and he controlled the Eagles in the OMFL. He controls the Eagles in this league. And I gave him a good compliment in the forum, saying, hell, you might as well just hand the trophy over to either Big D or Visual. The only problem is now that Big D is in the NFC, they won't be meeting in the Super Bowl. Their best bet, they'll be meeting in the NFC Championship game for the right to go to the Super Bowl. So we'll have to see what goes from there. It will be fun. And then the Giants and Redskins, they're both league owned right now. We have no owners for them, so we'll be looking to fill those slots in real soon too. But those are two teams that have great talent on that team too. Redskins are a team in flux right now. As last season they had Donovan McNabb, signed him to a big contract, and then let him go at the end of the year. So, and right now Redskins are looking at two possible quarterbacks, Rex Grossman, and then the other kid, I forget his name now. But it'll be a battle between those two quarterbacks for the Redskins. And then Giants, basically the Giants, Eli Manning, and that great amount of talent there. So see what goes from there. Then you get into the NFC South, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You have DJ NNFL, the guy I know around the forums as a worthy player, as we haven't really played each other, but I'm hoping that'll change this year. But all I know is he's a worthy player, good guy, as we hope to meat on the gridiron too. But he takes over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Great amount of talent there, young talent to really work around. So we'll have to see how that goes. Then the Atlanta Falcons. That's being controlled by our current VP, Big Coog 65, as he takes over the Falcons and Matt Ryan. And also, they had a great offseason as they acquired a must-needed wide receiver, a guy that can get over the top on defensive backs, Julio Jones. Big question is for the Falcons now is, can they take all that talent and put it out on the field and do well and make the playoffs again? So we'll have to see from there. Then you have Big D, or commish. He decided to not go the Jags way, as he has done in the OMFL. He decided to take over the Saints. No big surprise here, since he currently lives in New Orleans. So no surprise there, as he takes over the Saints as that club. So and also the Saints are a team removed from a Super Bowl 2 years ago, as they're hoping to make the Super Bowl again, this time under Big D's leadership. So we'll have to see what goes from there. And the only team open in the NFC South, which is surprising to me, because I really figure a lot of people will be jumping at a chance for this team, and that's the Carolina Panthers, with their hotshot quarterback, Scam Newton. We'll just have to see what goes from there, as the Panthers right now are league owned, as we're hoping to find somebody to fill in that position pretty soon. And then the NFC North, you have the Bears. This is really the only league right now that has a full roster. Nobody else has a full roster in all their leagues, which is very surprising. But this is the only league right now that has a full roster for this year. That's great. And I'm glad we have a full roster. So, the NFC North, which I will call the black and blue division, as these four teams just lay it on the line every week. Starting off with the Chicago Bears. The Bears. Being owned by KR Baseball, as he hopes to lead the Bears to the playoffs under their great quarterback, Jay Cutler. And big question for Cutler is, can he stay off the disabled list to help the Bears and all that great and massive talent? As we'll have to see from there. Then you have the Detroit Lions. No surprise who took this team. That was our NFC Vice President, Big Smooth. As know him well, as we've played against each other in previous leagues, and we've always had great games against each other. But no surprise he decided to take the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions are his team. He's the biggest fan I've ever known for a franchise that has generally struggled, has absolutely struggled here in the 2000s. They had great success in the 90s, and just kind of fallen off the face of the earth a bit in the 2000s. But Big Smooth, hoping to turn things around. He got some great defense. They acquired a great defensive addition last year with Nebraska defensive tackle Sue, and then in the draft they got Nick Fairley from Auburn, also on their defensive side. But the big question on Nick Fairley is, can he stay healthy? Can he last an entire season? This ain't college ranks anymore, big man. So we'll just have to see if it goes from there. Then you have the Packers. Green Bay, currently the Super Bowl champs in real life. But Curb Stomp is going to take the reins of that team and hopefully lead them back to the Super Bowl. The only problem is he still has to contend with two other users that have been to Super Bowls and won them. That's Visual and Big D. So we'll have to see what goes from there for Curb Stomp, as he has a team that's a mixture of young and old. The cornerbacks and defensive safeties and all that, a little bit aged, but not as aged as the Steelers right now. So we'll just have to see what goes from there. Then you have the Vikings, and lo and behold, owner of this team also is called the Vikings. So he is taking over Minnesota and Donovan McNabb. So we'll have to see if Donovan can stay healthy all year. As he takes over the reins of the Vikings. Then finally, last but not least, you have the NFC West and the Cardinals, who are right now currently league owned, looking for an owner. And then 49ers, owned by Knucklehead Boy. So he decided to take over the Niners and that young talent there. Can he turn it around with that team? It'll be interesting to see what happens. Then the Rams, who are also open, they have a great amount of young talent, a team that you could really build around. That's basically how this team is. Young talent. Quarterback has only been in the league a year. So we'll have to see what goes from there. Then you have the Seattle Seahawks, and owner Hospital Hef decided to take over this job of getting the Seattle Seahawks turned around last year. Seattle made the playoffs with a losing record. Well, this year, Hospital Hef has decided to make this his goal, make the playoffs with a winning record with the Seahawks. So it will be an interesting fight to the top as we get this inaugural season going for the league, as we get things going right now. It's going to be a great year for everybody. Couple of things to kind of get across right now, league-wise. Gentlemen, get your games scheduled in the scheduling part of the form. Do not do it on. Do not schedule a game on AIM and think that's it. No. For us to know that this game has been done or it's been scheduled and everything, has to go in the scheduling form. So get that. So gentlemen, please follow the rules, get that job done, and then get your game summaries done too. There's a very short window for getting your game summaries done. There's no reason in the world that you should not be able to get a game summary done. They only take 1 to 2 minutes of your life to get it done. It doesn't have to be Pulitzer Prize winner. But please don't put any one-liners in there either, like Seahawks win 10-0, great game. That doesn't tell us crap about the game, people. That just tells us you won. But basically what we want to see is stats. Yeah, hey, if you want to throw in pictures and all that type of thing, great. Do it. Make it really look flashy. Make it really look good. Because when we have people looking in from the outside who are maybe thinking of joining our league, those are the things that they'll be looking at, is the summaries and all that type of thing, because they want to see that this league is active, and we definitely want to make it active. So we'll have to see what goes from there. But please, gentlemen, get your summaries done. It's not that hard. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a Pulitzer Prize winner. You're not going to win any awards for it, but please do make it please do make it a good report. Please, no one-liners. Those are annoying as hell. I can tell you, looking at other leagues, other sites I've been on, this and that, and people write in, my team won 17-7, great game, whoever I played against, and that doesn't tell me shit. Who is your leading rusher? Who is your leading passer? Who is your defensive player of the game? Whatever. Put it in there. If it's a classic game, hell yeah. We definitely want a great report on that too. So make it happen, people. It's not that hard. And it actually just adds to more of the fun on the forums to make it really look good and flashy and all that type of thing. So other than that, I really don't have anything else going on right now as we get things going right now. Right now we are currently in week 1, as we finally get things going tonight. The game schedule deadline for for scheduling your game is Friday at midnight, all time Central. Uh, and then the next advance will be Sunday at midnight. So, gentlemen, get in your games and stuff. All that type of thing. One other important rule to remember is we do not have any user versus computer games. Now, if you do deal with a team that is currently without an owner, you will play a sub. So it's just a matter of which sub we will find for that game. So, gentlemen, don't be the first ones to go ahead and play the computer just to move the league along. You will get busted for that. We will know. It will not be pretty if we catch you. Because the last thing we want to do is have somebody get canned out of this league because they wanted to play the computer. So, gentlemen, just remember, no computer game, no user versus computer games. You will play user versus user. This is how the league was set up. This is how the one league that most of us were in, OMFL. This is how this league ran. A full 32 user league. There were no computer games, and if somebody happened to be out of town that owned that team, we found a sub. So that's basically how it runs, gentlemen. I think it's going to be a great year for everybody as we get things rolling here in this inaugural year of the league. I'm very excited for not only my team, but also the fact that new league here on the forums as we get things rolling here. So, any other news and stuff I will be bringing to you hopefully every week. That's my goal. A week-to-week basis of the games as we get things rolling. I'll be bringing you recaps of the previous week. As right now, I think currently right now we have 3 games done so far in the week 1 schedule. We still have many more to go. So, gentlemen, get your scheduling done, get it in the form, in the correct part of the form. Game scheduling is the part where you need to put it. And then if you win, put it in your summary. Please do that, gentlemen. It's very important to the league that we do this. So, other than that, I really have nothing else to say except welcome everybody to the league. I hope the best of luck to everybody. It's going to be a fabulous year for everybody. Have yourselves a great evening and best of luck this season.